Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of pop.vox.presents. I'm your host, Phil Vecchio, and tonight we have a very special guest with us. Please welcome Abby Hubbard.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you joining us on this beautiful November evening. And it's great to have you. Real quick before we jump in, of course, I always have to introduce my wonderful co-host running the backside here.
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
This is Janelle. Thank you for keeping us running.
Yes.
Abby, it is a treat to have you here. We have enjoyed your album, Between the Trees, quite a bit since it came out. And I guess to start things off, I'd just like to ask about, tell us about a little bit about your music. The thing that I first found out about it was an album about trees for people, I believe is how it was said, something along those lines. Mm-hmm. How did you come up with this theme about songs about plants, an album about trees? Tell us about that.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a fully intentional process. When I was gonna release my first single, I thought, like, where is this gonna go? Is this gonna be on an album in the future? And I thought, oh, I have a ton of tree songs. I'll release a tree song. So that's how I decided to release Holly. I mean, but I've always liked trees, or at least I've always thought of my life through trees, if that makes sense. So I think, yeah, they're just an interesting lens to view other things through. So, yeah.
That caught my attention right away when I looked at your Kickstarter and I saw that tagline. I thought this is going to be interesting. I'm definitely in, and I'm so glad I did. We actually backed it to get a physical thing. I have to show off my copy of the album here. We got this great little envelope. It's kind of hard to see on there, and inside is Between the Trees. I don't know if you're gonna be able to read that.
Oh, it's green.
Oh yeah, there's the tree there, but it's green, so you can kind of see through it a little bit. Anyway, we had a fun story of how we got to pick this up from you. We're on summer vacation, and got a message like from your Kickstarter thing that you were shipping stuff out, and if anyone was local to you that wanted to pick it up, help save on shipping. We don't live near there, but we just so happened to be driving right near the town that you mentioned in the thing, and so reached out and you let us. We almost got to hang out, in person.
Yeah, so close.
But you had work, so we swung by and you left it out for us at the house, and we got to pick it up in a great mid-vacation CD pickup so that we could listen to it the rest of the trip.
And if you look at our home videos from the trip, we are listening to it in our car because it had a CD player.
That's right.
So
that's wonderful.
Yeah. So we appreciate that. We thought, as we're driving down your street, and then I park and get out, and I'm like, their neighbors probably think we're weird creepers coming up and just grabbing something off your porch and running away, but it was great.
They're used to it by now.
Oh, that's good. Well, thank you so much for doing that. I also really enjoy trees, by the way. I call it our backyard orchard. We have about, I don't know, close to 30 fruit trees and nut trees. So it was another thing that was very appealing to me.
Tree lovers.
That's right. We have apples and oranges, lemons, limes, peaches, apricots, nectarines, persimmons.
Those are harder to get rid of.
Walnuts and almonds. We got a whole bunch of cherries.
Yes.
So, anyway.
Wow. That's cool.
So,
and you have the right climate for it all, too.
Yes, we do. Southern California is really nice for that. We can get almost everything here where we live.
Not avocados.
We're a little too cold because we're up in the foothills of mountains. So,
it's a little too cold for avocados.
Yeah.
I do have some shout outs.
Oh, yes.
The chat.
Absolutely. I forgot to mention this earlier, but if you are watching live, thank you for joining us. Comment in the chat and then give us some updates here, Janelle.
I asked where people are watching from, and we got Chrissy from Minnesota.
Nice.
And we got Marilyn from Big Bear City upstairs.
Upstairs. Oh, good. Okay, that's specific.
We've got Janine from Ukiah. I believe
Nice.
that's in California.
That's a Northern California
Northern
town.
California. And we got Tony from Big Bear popping the popcorn for the show.
That sounds like he's downstairs.
So, yes. And Janelle, which is me, but my kids are commenting as me because they don't have social media, say they're so excited. And Christy says, "You're the best, Abby."
Well, I appreciate it. That's good.
Well, so speaking of shout outs, I do have to give a quick shout out. We were talking about this a little beforehand, but I first became aware of your music because of Garrett Godfrey, who does the crowdfunding Christian music Facebook page, and he also does the Good Patron podcast. Gotta make sure to get all the right stuff in there. So I just gotta say thanks to Garrett and thanks for setting it up. You mentioned that you had contacted him or he contacted you. Do you remember how you got in touch with him at all?
He messaged me on my Kickstarter
Nice.
and
Okay.
we talked a little bit, and then, yeah, he advertised on his newsletter. So
He's a good guy. So, and he's always pointing me in the direction of good music. So that's great. So you did a Kickstarter and it was successful. You successfully funded it. I'm just curious, like, what was the percentage of people that wanted physical stuff versus digital? Was it?
You.
I know. Am I like alone in that? Was there a lot of people that wanted physical?
a lot of people wanted stickers and CDs.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like those are pretty popular. I mean, I think people's main motivation wasn't necessarily, oh, I want a CD. It was more, oh, I want to support the project. So it's hard to say, but those were definitely the most popular things. Yeah.
Most CDs are the most popular. I'm going to take that. I'm a big proponent for physical media myself, so that's good. Now, here's another question. I guess this is kind of was answered earlier, but since that project is completed, are there going to be more plant-based songs coming up, or do you think that was just kind of like the plant album and you're moving on? Is there a theme for upcoming music?
To the music.
Well, I think I'm not going to release another album of all tree songs because it does feel like, okay, I've done that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have other tree songs that were chopped metaphorically. Um,
That's good.
so, maybe like a B-sides, but
Oh yeah.
I I don't know what I would call
Tree sides.
tree
Sides,
sides.
a tree EP.
Tree P.
Mm.
No.
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 Never mind.
Tree P, that's the
B
word.
sides though, but BEE that could be good too.
That's
Mm.
true.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a
Well,
lot.
there's so many possibilities there. But a lot of my songs too, they have plant tree metaphors in them. It just kind of happens. So I think it's a theme, but it won't be a strict, like all my songs are about trees.
So you'd say you're going to branch out into other subjects.
Yeah.
She started it.
It's dad joke and Abby joke.
Yeah. I have to leave the trees alone for a while.
That was good, yeah. Well, I'm excited to hear some of the songs. I think it would be a good idea at this juncture to actually hear some of the music. We're gonna do it in two chunks here. We have two new songs that you're gonna do a little bit later, but we're gonna start with two songs that are on the album, and you're performing them live and solo for this performance here. So we're very excited to see that. Anything that you would like to say about the songs before we do it, or should we jump into it?
Maybe we can talk about it a little bit after.
This is good. All right. Well, we're going to do two songs by Abby Hubbard. First, we've got Oak and then Chestnut. And we'll go right into that now. So please enjoy, starting off with Oak by Abby Hubbard.
Missing is all I do. The way the trees sway It's excessive, yeah, I've gotten that before. Champagne flowers covering the floor. Summer's blooming, so what do we care? Under the tree, music's filling up the air. When I find you, I will never let you go. 'Cause I've been waiting in the dark for this kind of hope. When I see you, yeah, I swear I'm gonna know. Fall down to earth and let the wind blow. Underneath the spreading of the chestnut tree, we knelt and laid our troubles down so we could breathe. In the springtime, we would stand out in the square, see the sun, and then we'd all declare, when we find you, we will never let you go. 'Cause we've been waiting in the dark for this kind of hope. When we see you, yeah, we swear we're gonna know. Fall down to earth and let the wind blow. You're too showy with all your chandeliers. But who cares, 'cause they hold up this hemisphere. Till it's winter and the shadow on the floor. It won't ever come, 'cause that's what we all swore. When we find you, we will never let you go. 'Cause we've been waiting in the dark for this kind of hope. When we see you, yeah, I swear we're gonna know. Fall down to earth and let the wind blow. Let the wind blow.
That was absolutely beautiful. Round of applause in the room.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing those songs. I love the change from mandolin to guitar. I think was really fast. I can't believe how quickly you were able to switch over.
Yeah,
That was
there
impressive.
with the update on iPhones, you can pause the video while you're recording and then unpause it.
Oh,
That's
really?
perfect.
So you don't have to stop and start it at all. You can just pause the video. So
That's cool.
I tried
didn't
that
know
out.
that feature.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good trick there. Real quick, we do have some comments people were saying in
We've
the
got
thing.
a couple more tree puns.
Okay, we should hear those.
Okay, we would WOOD love to hear your music. This was before the music.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And then I'm glad I logged LOGGED into this live stream.
That's pretty. That's pretty good.
That one wins so far, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
logged. Okay. And then we got one I I hope money will grow on trees for your album debut.
Okay,
That's
good.
not really pun,
Yeah,
but it is tree theme.
look what we
But
started.
now, just like real comments
Okay.
about the music. I gotta go back. Janine says, "Love Abby." Melissa says, "So pretty." Janelle, which is our kids, said, "I love this song," and they do. They listen to Abby all the time. Tony said, so beautiful. Now, Bill said, "Love the ukulele." But it was a
Mandolin, so close.
So close.
Although maybe there was a ukulele in the background on the top shelf.
Okay,
Maybe.
that's good.
Maybe that's
Maybe
what
he
I
just
was
liked
talking
the
about.
instrument
Bill,
hanging there.
did you like the
Right.
ukulele on the background, or did you think she was playing it?
We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
There. That's good. Awesome. Thank you everyone for chiming in.
Yes, we love it.
Now, question for you, Abby. On the album, you had a full band set up and everything. I think you kind of mentioned that with some studio musicians. Is this people you've worked with before? Was it all hired people? How did that come about?
So they're basically all people that my producer Josiah knew from school and just different music connections. So a lot of the people who worked on Holly, which came out around a year before the album, I
Mhm.
think, also played on the album. But a lot of professional musicians, but not necessarily well-known musicians.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the
yeah,
album
I'm
came out beautifully.
Yeah,
It sounds very
it's a work
professional.
of art.
Highly
that's
recommend
that's
if any
cool.
listeners have not heard it, like definitely look at it's on all the streaming stuff,
Yes.
right?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. So easy to find. Anything like you want to comment on anything about those two songs in particular, why you chose them or anything, or just you don't have to. That's okay.
Well, I think Oak is fun to do just on the guitar. That's how I wrote it. And yeah, I like doing that little second verse thing where I switch to strumming because I hear the recording in my head, so I feel it feels cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's the first song on the album, the oldest song of all of them.
Oh,
That's the oldest song that I will play.
that you will play. The oldest one you'll acknowledge. Did
Um,
now chestnut is an interesting tree. Do you know much about like the history of chestnuts?
yeah, yeah.
There we go.
We're talking over here.
Well, the whole song started like a couple of them did from this book. It's behind me, but
Oh,
it's called The Long, Long Life of Trees by Fiona Stafford. She's a British professor at Oxford, some sort of fancy school, but well, I say it's a great book, but my stepdad, who's probably watching, argues that since I haven't finished it, it can't possibly be good. But I'm getting there. I did only start reading it 2.5 years ago, so I just need a little more time. But that's what I based a lot of the different ideas on. Mostly around the idea of excessiveness, kind of as a form of protest against like death or kind of winter in the song. So the way that that tree is just kind of ridiculous, um that's a big theme. And then the tree is a gathering place in the second verse, represents this I forget the whole story, but a long time ago, there was a really old chestnut tree, and that's where this town would hold all their meetings and stuff, and it was like
hmm.
connecting point. I don't know if the tree still is living or not, but yeah, just based on different different random facts about the tree.
Well, I looked into chestnuts. I think it was like last year at Christmas
Yeah.
time, because
Mhm.
there's like chestnuts roasting on an open fire, like that kind of thing. And I'm like, how come we don't have chestnuts anymore? I've
Why
never
don't
had
we
a
eat
chestnut.
chestnuts at Christmas?
And apparently it's because like many of them all died off and they're nearly extinct.
but there's some left.
Well, at least the North American one. Fascinating history with chestnuts. So I like that. There's a lot to dig into there.
Yeah.
Chestnuts. Excellent.
I do have more comments.
You got another comment over there?
Okay. Bill said, I like the ukulele in the background.
It's good.
Tree.
Tree.
So it was the ukulele.
Okay, good. All right, that's good. That's good. Awesome. Well, so up next we have 2 new songs that you're going to share with us. I mean, is it fair to say this is the debut? Have you played these elsewhere?
I've played them both live this summer, but not a lot of people have heard them, and I haven't put them online or anything.
Okay.
So sort of, yeah.
The online debut. We'll take that. That's good. That's very good. Anything we need to know before we jump into these, or do you want to just talk about them afterwards?
I'll introduce them a little bit since they're new.
Perfect.
They're both in weird tunings, which most people probably won't care about, but the first one is in open G, which is normal, but I feel like that's how I wrote the song, was from playing in that tuning kind of inspired it. So that's why it's called Untitled in open G. And also because I couldn't think of a name for it. I still can't. Like, I was thinking maybe I could call it North Winds or something, but everyone's written a North Winds song. That's so boring. So if anyone has any suggestions after you hear it, I guess.
Okay.
Put them in the chat.
Yeah, we'll get suggestions there. We'll see.
Yes. But and then the other one is in F major 9, which is weird. And that song I wrote this summer after being in my car with no AC for a long time. And it was really hot and sticky. And I just wanted to be a skeleton sitting by the lake. So, yeah.
All right. That's excellent introduction. We'll start off with Untitled and Open G, looking for suggestions in the comments, and then on to Loose Fitting. Here we go with Untitled and Open G by Abby Hubbard.
instruction. I'm sticking to me. Sometimes I close my eyes, go somewhere else. Let the lake side wind swing my skeleton. Sometimes I can't recall how to get back home. Find some well-fitting skin and loose-fitting clothes. Loose-fitting. I'm sticking to my word. I guess the sinking cost will ensure that I'm done waiting for your kindness. I am sticking to it. Sometimes I close my eyes, go somewhere else. Let the lake side wind swing my skeleton. Sometimes I can't recall how to get back home. Find some well-fitting skin and loose-fitting clothes. Loose-fitting.
And we are back. That was beautiful. I'm so excited that you've got new songs, and they're just gorgeous. Do we get any suggestions
We did
for titles?
for just one
Okay.
for the first song.
Everyone is listening. That's good.
Where I'm Going.
Where I'm going.
I think that's a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was
did-
thinking,
I did get more comments, but let's.
Oh,
Yeah, Abby was talking.
that's,
So.
yes.
while I was listening, I was thinking it could be something like an ode to stubbornness. But that's really to the point, because it's kind of obvious that that's what the song is about. Yeah.
Well, it's
Great.
very beautiful. I love your lyrics. You have just a great lyrical approach, and it's something that's intangible, but it's really good. So keep it up.
Thank you.
Janine said that the music's very peaceful, and Melissa said that she saved her music on Spotify, saved Abby's music on Spotify, my new favorite sleepy time songs.
Nice.
So.
Excellent.
And then our kids said they like that name too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
They were the ones that suggested the title.
Okay. All right. Man,
Well-
so good. Thank you again. So we've got some people that mention here Spotify. Where is a good place? What's the best place for people to find your music? Tell some links and stuff.
Well, the easiest way is probably through my link tree. It has links everywhere. You can just click and then click on your streaming service and it'll take you there. The link for that is link, Link, .tr and then .ee. So it's Linktree, but it's a .ee.
Okay.
And
Appropriate,
then
because tree.
yeah, and then / Abby Hubbard.
Janelle's going to throw some links in the chat here for people to follow there. You also have, is it abbyhubbard.com? Is that it? Or something?
Something like that. I've
Something like,
gone through a lot of websites and I
okay.
don't like any of
She
them
is
so
all
far.
the links on this.
All the links is on the tree. It's the tree theme. We'll stick with it. Okay.
And there's a link to that in my Instagram and Facebook too, which are both at Abby Hubbard Music.
Perfect. Well, also, of course, it's on Spotify, Apple Music, all those things, and on Bandcamp as well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget Bandcamp.
Don't forget Bandcamp.
We always have to.
Yes.
They're very artist supportive.
That's right. I like Bandcamp a lot.
True.
Yeah. Awesome. And now, you mentioned earlier you've played some live sets. Do you have any live shows coming up you want to tell us about, or any plans?
I don't right now. I'm just doing homework and working. I have been looking for some places to play up here, but
Okay.
I haven't.
Have you talked about
What?
Minnesota yet?
What about?
Have you talked about where places in Minnesota where she can?
Oh, where she can play live? Do I know places? I'm confused.
I was just saying, like, she could talk about places that she might play live at in Minnesota if there's people watching from Minnesota.
Oh, yes. Minnesota is the place if people are watching. Okay.
Yes.
I understand.
Because she's from Minnesota.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
Glad we got that
Very
cleared up.
bossy.
That's an important part of the show. Yes. So if there's venues in Minnesota watching, get in touch with Abby on her Linktree. That's good.
I will drive there and play for free, so
that is an incredible deal. We need to make it back out to Minnesota at some point.
Yes.
To coordinate and get to see you play live. So we'll work on that. I don't know when, but sometime soon. Excellent. Any last things that you wanted to add before we close out the show, Abby?
Oh, well, I was going to add, now this is weird because it's later, but I'm just going to add to the loose fitting song.
Oh, no, not weird at all. Plenty of time.
Oh, it's so calming. And that is great. But I also wrote it on the electric guitar, and I have this version where I do all these different loops. But it was just too much of a hassle to record that for the video. So there is a more upbeat version.
Ooh.
That was not it. So
I would like to hear that version as well. Yeah, and I mean, the versions you played on the show are beautiful, but I would also encourage people to check out, again, the Between the Trees album, because it's a fully fleshed out band sound. Still, I would say peaceful at times, but also some, there's a lot of energy, and it's really, really good. It's super good.
There's also Cypress on there. So.
Yeah, that one's kind of rocking even. That's your minor key. It's good stuff. Please, everyone, give it a listen on your favorite music device. Are there CDs still available, or is that pretty much that was Kickstarter?
Well, I also have more stickers and stuff.
Okay.
And some CDs that I might sell on my Instagram, but right now I just don't have time.
Yeah.
But if you really want one, send me a message and I can.
All right.
I can get you one.
Reach out.
Yeah.
This is good. We got.
Our neighbors are rocking out. I don't know if you guys can hear.
That's okay. It's all part of doing it live. Well, any last comments, Janelle, in the chat? I think I saw some more.
I put a link. Bill asked, when did you start singing?
That's a good question. When did you start singing?
I don't know. Maybe that's a question for my mom in the chat if you can answer that. But I feel like for a long time, and then I got more interested in it during middle school, maybe, and then in the pandemic, definitely.
And you had mentioned beforehand that this is, of course, your first album, but you had but you've been writing songs for a while, but these are the songs that you're willing to still play.
Yeah. Yeah, I have maybe 500 songs in my notes app.
My
Some of
goodness.
them are, well, like maybe half of them are decent. It's a
Well,
quantity thing.
don't give up on all of them. It's always worth looking back at some of that old
Let us
stuff, you know.
listen to it
Yeah, just saying, you know.
as your fans. Um, your mom, who I don't know, maybe your brother got a hold of it, said who was your favorite brother.
Oh, well, of course my favorite brother is Ty, so
Oh, okay.
there we go.
Oh, that makes sense then because I thought it was your stepdad commenting on your mom's, but it said hi Abby and then dash Ty. And
Oh,
Yeah.
but you thought it was thank
I
you.
thought it was thank you.
That would be
That you mentioned the book. That you mentioned
Okay.
the book. But
Okay.
that makes
Oh.
sense now.
All right. Well, welcome,
shout
Ty.
out to Titus.
Love it.
All right. Well, Abby, once again, I just want to say a huge thank you for joining us today. It was a treat, and I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Please, everyone, check out Abby's music. It'll be worth your time. Save it on your favorite devices and all that stuff. And just a quick update on Pop.vox Presents. Our next show will be our Blue Christmas show on December 7th. We got an incredible lineup this year. It's going to be really fun, so please make sure to join us for that. Also, we have a new release coming out that will hopefully be available before Blue Christmas. New 7-inch from Upside Down Room. So keep an eye out. We're going to be putting pre-orders for that within the next day or two here. So
Yes.
keep an eye out for that as well. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining us live in the chat. Thank you once again, Abby, for being here. And thank you, Janelle, for helping to run the show.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you. And we will see you guys in December for Blue Christmas. Good night, everybody.
Yay.